With the Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup now underway in Porto, we're starting to get our first taste of what's new at this year's regatta. Perhaps the most notable change is the rebranding of one of the most exciting Maxi fleets to have graced this regatta over the years. These are the Thoroughbred Racers. The Mini Maxi racing class has now become the new Maxi 72's, a new class with a new sense of independence.
The reason for the name change is mainly to identify ourselves as a class and to make us more accessible for the general public. Now we are a pure racer class. You will see all the boats optimized towards the maximum rating limit, so they're very, very equal in speed, which gives straight away better racing, better photos and more enthusiasm after the racing.
Exciting times then for the Maxi 72's, and it's not just the class name that has changed, so has the ownership of two of the key boats, and this has meant that this year's World Championship regatta is possibly more open than ever before. Nicholas Zenström's 2014 racer Ran 5 has been rebranded Proteus and is now sailed by George Sakalaris. And Andres Soriano's boat Alegre, last year's winner, is the new Kealila R. New owner Alex Shearer will be looking to repeat that performance in 2015.
This opportunity came up to buy the almost new, let's say, 2-year-old winner of last year's race. So in a way we are under pressure, but we're also excited because we have a very good weapon for this week.
But the Kealila R team will have their work cut out for them. The whole premise for the 72 class is close racing, and that's exactly what they've got.
It's so close, the racing we have. I mean, you know, we've done 3-hour races finishing within a minute of each other, and that means it's very close and very good fun.
American yacht Bellamente, the 2012 champions, are one of 6 teams who all dearly want to win the very first World Championship title under the new Maxi 72 classification. And as such, they've upped the ante for this regatta.
Bellamente with a new mast, a new fin at 5.4 meters, and a new sail program. And really probably half the team versus last year is new as well. So we've had quite a big year of change, and I think we're looking forward to getting into it.
Alongside Bellamente, the home favourites Robertissima 3 and Sir Peter Ogden's British yacht Jetu will also be vying for the title.
It'd be very special. I'd love to win it. You know, I've never won this World Series, so I'd love to have that opportunity. So we're going to try our best.
But there is one final wild card to go into the mix: the emergence of a new team, Momo, the new kids on the block, campaigned by German owner Dieter Schoen. This is the sister ship to the old Ran 5 with the same impeccable pedigree, and as the newest and most modern yacht to join the fleet, could be the boat to watch. The new Maxi 72 class promises more exciting racing than ever before, and with the Rolex Maxi 72 World Championship now underway, this thrilling showdown is set to keep us enthralled all week here at the Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup.
We had a fantastic race today. It was really, really exciting. I mean, we took off in second place. We had 2 45, 55 metre boats, 2 4 minutes behind us, and we held them off to the first mark. So there was a huge cheer from the whole crew to hold them off, and then we pretty much held them off to windward all the way up this next leg, and held 4th position until a couple of 100 metres to the finish. So we were really, really excited, and Jalsari finally came through in the last few metres and took us through. But really, really exciting for us. We're a family boat. We're run by family and friends, and we had a really, really good time, and everyone cheered when we came over the line in 5th and broke out the champagne. So lots of fun. Looking forward to tomorrow as well.
It's nice to be with the same crew that we had at the St Bart's Bucket. We've got Paul Kayards as tactician and Chris Draper on helm. We've got a lot of experienced crew, plus it's nice that we've worked with them before, so we all know how things work, we know how the boat's set up, and yeah, just a lot of clean racing, good jibes today, and again, lucky with the wind.
Yeah, highlights of today's race was seeing the spinnaker fly again. It looks great when it's up, and yeah, we pulled off some really nice jibes, and yeah, good clean racing. We sailed as good as we could with the conditions that we had, and unfortunately the wind dropped off, you know, towards the end of the last leg, and but I think we did all right. We got a second today, so the race crew really come together, and everyone's really worked really well as a team.
On day. We like all of our other days, we had to really battle for our places. Breezy, and we got our breeziest race at the end and had some awesome rides.
Yeah, kept it upright, no swims or regatta. It's always key, and I think Dave's done a lot of hard work over the last few years to get the boat tuned up, so there's sort of a little few adjustments here and there, but the boat was feeling pretty quick the whole regatta, so that was obviously a big help. Obviously the New Zealand, it helps having more boats to train against, but in saying that,
all right, we have a good race here.
No, 4 people on the 18's interesting. It's not much room, but yeah, it went pretty well. We're quite fast in a straight line. We're just getting the corners right, and it'll come good, I think.
there is no doubt that the sailing waters of the Costa Smeralda are some of the best in the world. They draw the finest yachts and the top crews.
The scenic races along the coast and through the islands is just fantastic and hard to beat anywhere in the world.
Most beautiful place to sail here. Beautiful boats, beautiful beaches. It's pretty hard not to love.
I think it's absolutely great. It's just a really good vibe here.
Oh, this is I think one of the most fantastic places in the world to do some coastal races.
The water's beautiful to sail in, but it's all got a lot of hidden dangers in terms of the rocks.
And this is what makes sailing here so challenging. The fantastic jagged rock formations which make the landscape so impressive also extend below the waterline, creating a maze of hidden undersea obstacles capable of wreaking untold damage should unsuspecting yachts fail to navigate around them.
Sailing the Archipelago, if you look at the core structures that we use, it's just as beautiful as it gets. But there is one person on board who isn't so thrilled, and that's the navigator. The reason's obvious. Not soft sand here, it's hard rocks. These boats are getting bigger at the Maxi Worlds, they're getting deeper, so it's always a concern for a navigator. We found that most of the course selections that we offer work for even the deep draft boats.
Even so, to the uninitiated, racing here poses a nerve-wracking challenge. Jim Clark's Comanche, the new 100-foot ocean racer from the USA, is making her first appearance here at the Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup. You couldn't find a better or more experienced skipper than Ken Reed, and yet even he is mindful of sailing here.
Keep coming, more pressure coming. This area is notorious, obviously, for rocks that maybe are slightly uncharted. This boat's very deep. It draws 7.3 meters, I think, so it's very deep. So we have to be extra cautious. Can it be nerve-wracking? Yes, of course.
The threat of rocks ever present on this fantastic coastline, many owners of cherished yachts entrust them to a safe pair of hands. Within the Wally class, there's an array of past Olympians who are ably qualified to do exactly this. On board Tango G, highly experienced French Olympic gold medalist Thierry Pépenet is tasked with the role of tactician. His race instinct is to sail flat out in search of the wind, but sometimes it takes the cool head of a navigator to rein that ambition in.
It's a really tough job to be a navigator here because it's a lot of responsibilities, and every time the tactician tries to put pressure on the navigator to go closer to this part because he knows that he can gain some meters, but at one moment you have to find the balance, and the navigator has to say, no, I don't want to go there.
Fellow Olympian Annemieke Bess is a navigator on board Talicana. Coming from the world of dinghies, she's sailing her first regatta here in Costa Smeralda. As well as the rocks, she's also having to deal with sailing a big boat with a deep draft.
You can't think about it the same as in an Yingling Elliott or little dinghy where you can touch the ground and put your centerboard up and turn around. No, this is serious stuff, serious speed, so you have to be really responsible.
Mastering these waters is one of the greatest challenges in the world of Grand Prix yacht racing. But when you get it right, the rewards are like no other.
You're sailing in a venue like this with conditions like today, it's the dream sail. It's the right place to be for all of these boats, and I don't think any of us would rather be any place on earth this week.
Alright, I'm here with Glenn Ashby, and his sailing boat is A-class speed machine. So what's going on here then, Glenn? You're going to give me a quick run around the boat and show me what you've got going on?
Yeah, sure. Basically, the rig that we're sort of running at the moment is probably a little bit different to what we've used in the past. Basically, taken some area out of the top of the rig and put it down low, and effectively, it's works pretty well. To be honest.
This is new. It's sweeping the deck basically with the lower part of the sail.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's pretty old technology, to be honest. It's been done for a long time, but I think with the foiling side of things now and the higher performance of the A class now, it's your apparent's a lot further forward, and you don't quite often need, except in the really light air, a lot of area up high anymore, it seems. So obviously we've got the new dagger boards and new rudders as well, which are a fairly big.
What's trick about these dagger boards then? What have you? Are they custom designed just for you, or how are they?
No, basically they're a standard DNA Z board, basically, and asymmetric, pretty much all the way down. A little more aggressive in the bottom part of the board and tapered, so when you're actually foiling, the higher you get, you do gain a little bit of heave stability as you get high. If you get too high, you will ventilate and crash down, which certainly in the waves here has been quite a big issue for a lot of people. The rudders basically are a fairly standard L rudder, which is standard for the A class. Not too many other boats have them. Slightly swept back profile, and slightly asymmetric elevator, to be honest.
So how much trimming are you doing when you're out there sort of gunning it down the... are you really on it a lot, or...?
Yeah, you're pretty much continuously trimming the main all the way downwind and steering, particularly in the waves. In the flatter water you can sort of lock in a lot more and actually almost lock in on your trim and then actually steer around that just to keep the boat stable in roll moment. But in the waves it's a full trim, fore aft, sideways, in out, and main sheet on and off. So trimming the main on and off raises and lowers the centre of effort, which actually helps the boat in its pitch stability. So if your bow's going up, you can often sheet on to actually push the bow down, or if you need the bow to come up, you can ease a little bit and stand back and the bow will pop out. So
how precise are we talking this boat to be set up to get you that extra speed, the marginal gains, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, look, it's all the little things added together that I guess give you the top end performance against your opponents, and certainly with the rudder setup and the dagger board setup, that's super critical to get right. If that's a little bit out of whack, the boat behaves really strangely from tack to tack or jibe to jibe. So it's really, really important. That's sort of millimetre perfect accuracy that needs to be. The rate control system basically is a sliding dagger board case there. So you've got your dagger board going through there, and when you pull that on, it basically slides back and actually puts rake on the dagger boards, and good for downwind. You can use different settings for different conditions, but upwind you generally use less dagger board rake than downwind. Mast rotation, Cunningham's all pretty standard.
Is this a Cuban fibre deck? What is it?
Yeah, it is. It's a Cuban fibre trampoline, a little bit lighter than the standard trampoline material. Quite fragile and quite troublesome to get tuned right. So a little bit lighter, but at the end of the day, it's probably nothing really that's probably causes me more troubles than it is worth, to be honest. But it seems to be working okay.
And your sail, have you got anything going on within, the performance? Are you feeling any performance characteristics from these changes that you've made by moving the sail area from the top to the bottom?
Look, it's to be honest, if I had a little bit more time, I would have done a completely new rig and new sail for this event. I haven't. I've only sailed the A class for about 5 or 6 hours since June last year, so I haven't had a huge amount of time to get into it. But basically, this was just a standard sail that I actually cut and shut effectively after the Dutch Championships to basically give it a bit of a try, and there's some other guys out there that are using them. They're going quite well as well. So look down the track, obviously there's going to be a huge amount of development continuing in the class. It's an awesome class to sail, fantastic class to be in, and for me sailing the A class is still one of the nicest boats in the world to sail, so a lot of fun.
So let's have a look at the most important feature. That's your national flag here on the padding there. That looks pretty good. I haven't seen anyone else with the national flag. Is that just specially made for you?
Well, the Dutch guys did a nice job of sorting us out there, so I have to thank them very much at Holland Composites for that. But no, look, I think there's been a few country flags done over the years, but I think the Australian one looks pretty good.
Yeah, so is Australia going to win then?
We'll see how we go.